Well, hey guys, Bart from Bicycle Rider YouTube, and this is a first for me in a long time. You guys know I'm used to having a bike shop at my disposal to work on my bikes, and of course, as a bike shop mechanic, someone working in a bike shop, we have very little time to work on our personal bikes. So I'm over here at my mom's house. Actually, I've got a little space. I haven't worked here for a long time, but I took a day off of the shop. I'm actually taking a week off at the shop, trying to get some personal things figured out. After selling the shop, I've got a lot on the financial side to figure out, and I don't get a chance to do that, you know, working in the shop. Retail hours, which are, you know, basically Tuesday through Sunday, or Tuesday through Saturday. So it gives me no time to go deal with some of the ramifications I have now of selling the shop for less than I owe on it. So now I've got to deal with a lot of the financials behind it. But I did that all day long, and now I'm ready to work on a bike. Working on a bike for a bike shop rat like me is something that, for one, I need to do some work to my own bike, but two, it's relaxing. Today's the first day I'm trying to work out here in the dirt on a table with the tools that I have in my van, basically. So it's probably how a lot of you guys at home work. That's why you bring your bikes to a bike shop. So I'm going to give it a try. And you're asking, what am I doing? Hey, I'm setting up a bike with some bargain carbon wheels from Superteam. You know, as a bike shop, former bike shop owner, I was always getting some kind of good deal on a wheel set, and a lot of times what I do is I take a stock bike and I throw some carbon wheels on it, and that's what I ride as the former bike shop owner. A lot of bike shop owners, you know, get the S-Works or the Project One, the top end bike, and that's what they ride. And that's one of the benefits of owning a bike shop or working in a bike shop, is you get the EP discounts. Well, I'm in a position now where I actually was fortunate to buy one of my old race bikes back. So this is an old Specialized Diverge that shoot, I did a lot of gravel racing on back in the day, and now I've had a chance to buy it back. I've been actually using this on the Wednesday night shop rides, and what I did, since that's mainly a road ride, is I threw a pair of 32 Roubaix tires on there, and I've really been enjoying this bike. One thing I liked about this bike, I always liked the way the GRX performed, and with a 2x I get a lot of range. So I have an opportunity now to go to Europe for a little bit and do some bike touring and lead some groups and stuff over there. I'm not used to traveling overseas with a bike, so one bike's enough. I'm gonna bring this bike because I feel like I can do some road riding, probably mainly road riding, and if I happen to find a gravel event, I can throw some gravel tires on here and go. Everybody says, you know, we'll bring 2 sets of rims. Like, I got to be careful. I mean, traveling in a very small car, and then of course going over the pond. I don't want to bring my brand new Trek Checkpoint. I don't know how it is, if bikes get lost. I know, you know, I used to spend some time down in Belize, and a lot of times, you know, you try to bring fishing poles down there and they never make it. So I'm going to take a chance with this older Specialized Diverge. Of course, I don't want to lose it, but I don't want to lose a brand new Trek Checkpoint. So it's kind of testing out the waters, but I am a bit bougie, you know, so of course these DT Swiss wheels are probably better quality than these Superteam wheels that I'm getting ready to throw on, but I needed some wheels on a budget. I'm not doing as much horse trading in the shop now that I don't own the shop, because I don't want to take anything away from Duncan. You know, when I own the shop, if someone came in with some carbon wheels or I make a deal, I was always making deals on something or the other. And so I bought a set, and I've had several customers buy these Superteam wheels over the years, and I used to think they were complete crap. And I guess I was just going with the mainstream consensus of a Chinese carbon wheel. But over the years, they have proven to be really good wheels. So this is a set of their, first time taking them out of the box. They took about 4 weeks to get here, even though it says US stock. 4 weeks to get here, and a couple emails back and forth with customer service, but they came. One thing I never really liked about Superteam wheels was I didn't like the name, which is a little bit bougie. But they used to put like this bright orange Superteam all over their wheels, and now I've noticed a lot of them are black with, you know, just a little bit of label. But I find that a lot of, you know, Chinese products they like the labels, you know, and here we kind of just like black. So anyway, at least that's a personal opinion. But they've proven to be good wheels. So this is a set of their Superteam Carbon Pro wheels. They do have a ratchet style hub, kind of like a DT Swiss would have. I've had to replace some spokes in some of my customers' wheels, and they're a pillar spoke, and a Torre wheel. So they're actually pretty easy to work with. As I'm looking right here, the rim tape, they use a good rim tape, but it doesn't look like it's on very even. So right off the bat, you know, if you buy, you know, a high quality set of wheels, usually your rim tape's on straight. Now a high quality set of wheels is at least $1,000 or $2,000 is what, you know, people are used to spending. Now, this was a $450 wheel set, and they're 1,500 grams, so that is going to make my Diverge a lot lighter. I had a set of Revolve CLX carbon wheels on here when I was racing it, and I actually traded those wheels when I stopped dealing with Specialized, and I traded those wheels for some Lun Grapede, which I have on my checkpoint. So those Lun wheels have lasted a while, but I don't really recommend the Lun wheels. The free hub body falls off and you can lose the prawls. It's happened to a lot of my customers. It's almost happened to me because everything just on the bike, it's not going to come apart, but when you take it off on the side of the road to change a flat tire or something, I have seen it happen more and more times. So I don't know, I'll probably get some comments like you're doing something wrong, but literally I've seen it happen several times. It's almost happened to me. And then you lose your prawls and you're trying to find them in the dirt, and if you don't have the prawls, your free hub body doesn't work. So anyway, I'm looking forward to putting these wheels on this bike and, you know, possibly taking it to Europe this summer. So this is that one bike that I'll be able to do multiple things on, and hopefully I can find some gravel races. I've already found a road group there, a Facebook group, and then there's a cycle coffee bar that I've fallen in love with called Tets de Course in Nyon, Switzerland, and they have an awesome riding scene there. So most of it I think is road riding, but when I was there I did meet several gravel riders. So I'm looking forward to getting this thing on the gravel. I'm probably just going to run tubes, so I'm going to stick with these 35 millimeter Roubaix tires, more of a fat road tire. And then if I do get a chance to do some gravel, I'll throw on some Gravel King 40s or some, you know, whatever I decide to throw in this travel bag with me. I'm going to be taking Delta. I heard Delta's a very bicycle friendly, so you guys, anybody that's flown overseas to Europe on Delta, let me know how that went for you. I've got a B&M bike bag. I'm going to put it in like a hard case bike bag. I'm usually running through the airport with a backpack, so I don't know how this is all going to work. But anyway, I'm going to throw these Superteam wheels on, and you can see they came in good condition, you know, so the box is a little bit beat up, but that happens. You know, as I'm inspecting these, they look like they're good. And one nice thing, you do get a box of parts with these. So Superteam sends some extra spokes, which is cool to have, and some valve extenders, and I believe there should be an adapter as well, so you could either go 6-bolt or direct mount. I'm a direct mount on this bike, so, but somewhere I think that, you know, you get that. I come with basically a 3-year warranty, and for $1,500, for $450, I think Superteam has come a long way. And it's coming from a guy that sells a lot of high-end gravel wheels. I mean, I should just say high-end carbon wheels, because that is the one big upgrade you could do to your bike that really makes a difference. But it's also one of the most expensive upgrades. So I'm not saying go run out and buy Superteam wheels. When I say I've worked on them, I've worked on a lot of wheels. You know, it doesn't matter if they're Zip or DT Swiss or, you know, cheap carbon. Some of the cheap carbon stuff, you know, I used to see some failures on, but I'm not even going to call this a cheap carbon wheel set anymore. It's a pretty quality wheel set. It's just the price is low at 450 bucks for a 1500 gram wheel set. And I've had to replace spokes on where, you know, out on the gravel roads, you know, people get sticks in their wheels or something. I've never seen a spoke just break because it was a bad quality. It's just stuff happens when you're out there riding. And as a bicycle mechanic, you know, that kind of stuff comes in your, you know, in your door every day. But over the years, people with Superteam wheels, and these come with some like Novak hubs. God, even those are still running smooth if you do your maintenance to them. I don't know. Like I said right here, I'm noticing that they didn't put the rim tape on super straight, but it's probably a machine doing it. So for 450 bucks, I can handle a little bit of crooked rim tape. So anyway, these are tubeless ready. I'm gonna just throw tubes in them. When I get to Europe, I might throw some sealant in it and go tubeless, just because I'm used to tubeless, and I don't know. But as far as these wheels go, they're a 38 millimeter depth, so I think that's great for the gravel. Sometimes 2 aero, and I know a lot of the pro racers, you know, when they're putting on some aero wheels, they've figured out the course and they figure out they need those, but. 38's good because you don't get blown around all over the place. This is not a super high-end road bike. It's really a gravel bike or an all-roads bike. I do like that it does have the 2x in the front, you know, for gearing range. When I'm out there, I notice there's a lot of climbing. So on a 1x, I see a lot of people, you know, especially in the SRAM, put like an Eagle mountain bike cassette on the back. Around here you'd never need that, but you probably need that up there. So I'm gonna go give it heck on the Specialized Diverge. It's a little bit heavier than, well, you know, I wish I could take my Gen 8 Madone over there. I'm really falling in love with that bike. But I have to say, I have a lot of history with this certain bike here. I mean, I did a lot of races on Mississippi Gravel Cup. Even got a first place in Daytona, not Daytona, Bentonia, Mississippi, on this bike. I did mention that, you know, on this bike there were some failures with the shock boot, and there's some tape on this shock boot, so I'm going to replace this shock boot. I'm pretty sure I can get replacement parts, but you know, during COVID, you know, customers came in with a shock boot that was ripped or something. I couldn't get the parts, so hopefully that's rectified, because I don't want a tape on my bike. I want it right. But I'm going to get to work here and replace these wheels, and tomorrow I'm going to lead the group ride from the shop. Tomorrow evening's Wednesday night, not slow group ride has gotten pretty fast. Now Pete, the official ride leader, he's out in Colorado Springs climbing Pikes Peak on his new Pinarello. So right on, Pete. So I'm going to lead the group tomorrow and see what happens. But I want to do it with these new carbon wheels so I could use this bike for a little bit before I take off. And I'll tell you guys more about some exciting news with Bicycle Rider YouTube and some of the adventures I'm getting ready to have, which a lot of this stuff is just kind of playing out. And right now I've got to deal with the closing out the bike shop, and I say that financially. So Duncan's already taking over the shop. He's doing good things. We want to support Duncan. I want to support Duncan. I enjoy working there. But I am now dealing with some financial destruction, and I'll make that work for me. So here I am, working in dirt, like a lot of you guys have to do, and I'm going to make the best of it. But I better get going because the sun's getting ready to go down here, and I better, you know, I'm not going to be as quick as I would be in my in my old bike shop, because I had all my tools organized. And here gosh, I hope I don't drop a bolt or something, because I remember for years working in dirt, and I'm back to working in dirt. But you know what? I'm smiling. Good things are coming, and I can't wait to share some of what I want to do with Bicycle Rider YouTube, showcasing cycling culture all over the world. I love cycling culture. Cycling culture in Biloxi, Mississippi is awesome, but if you don't know about it, you would never know. So I want to show that to people, but I know there's little pockets of amazing cycling culture all over the world. So I want to showcase that. I want to immerse myself in it. After 5 years of not peeking my head out of Biloxi Bicycle Works, I might have an opportunity to peek my head out, show my love and enthusiasm for cycling, take my YouTube viewers with me, meet some awesome people around the globe, and showcase cycling culture. So from a guy that lives in Biloxi, Mississippi, which is not known as a cycling community. But if you know the inside scoop, you will know this is an amazing cycling community. We have an awesome ride this weekend. It's the Wiggins Flint Creek ride held by Gulf Coast Bicycle Club. It's an amazing venue on some premium roads. We'll be lucky to get 100 riders. And if people just knew about this ride coming up and how awesome it is, we'd have 1,000 riders. The little town of Wiggins, Mississippi is an up-and-coming downtown area. Again, it's a little town that's being revitalized, and I think cycling can really help. Flint Creek is an amazing venue. Oh, so much to it. But anyway, here's a Superteam gravel wheels. I'm getting ready to throw on this bike, and I will test the crap out of these wheels in real world conditions, you know. From Mississippi to Nyon, Switzerland, and maybe multiple places in between. So more to come on that, but let me get to work before it gets dark. So anyway, Bart from Bicycle Rider YouTube. You guys, thanks for sticking with me and my videos, and you've seen me in a really high-end bicycle shop, and now you see me working in the dirt, and I'm happy about it. I love bicycling. I love working on bikes. I love the bicycle culture. I don't like that it made me broke, but that's a lot of it's on my own business decisions that I made. So anyway, let me get going with this. If you like what I do on YouTube, please just like and subscribe. It helps me. It lets YouTube know you guys are watching me, and that helps me out a bit. So much more to come on Bicycle Rider YouTube. Bart from Bicycle Rider, over and out. Superteam wheels, getting ready to go on the bike. Have a good day. All right, guys, I'm roughing it. I got to shooting video, and back here there's no power, so I have to use a little generator. This is like the good old days. It's kind of bringing it all back to my roots. So, all right, Bart the Bicycle Rider, getting back to his roots, working in the backyard like a shade tree mechanic. That's how it all starts. And I love this stuff. So got the generator fired up, got some light. This is like hillbilly style bike fixing extraordinaire 101. That's what you guys have to experience all the time. It's nice being spoiled with a bike shop, but in a way it's nice getting back to your roots. Like, I didn't have to work in the bike shop all day, and now I get to work on my own bike. It's kind of fun. Sometimes when I'm working on my own bike, I'm so tired after working on bikes all day, you know? Kind of takes the fun out of it in a way. I'm having fun tonight. Well, I'm gonna get to work back here now that I got lights on before the bugs come out. This is South Mississippi, so I probably only have a small window before. Luckily, I'm from Belize and the bugs don't like me, but after a while, the bugs like anything that's moving. All right, Bart from Bicycle Rider YouTube. Thank you guys. Stay tuned for much more. Not only on the Superteam wheels. Can't believe I bought Superteam wheels. Hey, someone you guys know I'm gonna test them. I'm gonna put them to the test and go from there. I am pretty stoked they don't have some kind of big bright yellow Superteam sticker. And I did buy them directly from Superteam. I didn't go through Amazon or eBay or any of those kind of companies that you know, help put me out of business. So I went straight to Superteam to buy these wheels. I'll let you know how it all works out. Bart from Bicycle Rider YouTube, over and out.